for you, but if you want to say hi to the group and do a little introduction for yourself too. This is our June fellowship group, Diana. They are in like close towards the end of their orientation, but a group of all fellows, new to specialty nurses, so they've worked in other areas of nursing. But just to give you a little background on our group we have here.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the NICU. My name is Diana, as Carly mentioned, and I am a NICU clinical pharmacy specialist. So you may see me out on the floor. I usually round with our teaching team, and then I'm also available on the unit for questions, either from our providers or from our nurses. So yeah, welcome. And I'm just going to share my screen and walk you all through a video of part of the pharmacy department that I have, since we can't take everyone downstairs with us all at once, but hoping that this video will give you guys some insight on our pharmacist journey throughout the pharmacy when you guys give them calls. And yeah, so I'm just going to share my screen. Can you all see the video?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so the video is in two parts just because of the way it was sent. I was able to send it to myself. So I'm just going to narrate through it since the sound didn't come through. And so here we have like the main entrance where you guys would come to pick up medications. That doesn't happen all too often, but that's the main window. And then you walk into this corridor, and this is where our pediatric pharmacists sit from after 2:30 in the afternoon until 6 a.m. Someone is sitting out here, and they are verifying the orders for all of the pediatric units, so NICU, PICU, cardiac peds ICU. And then when they get a call from nursing, either looking for a medication or to check the status on like an IV drip or something like that, I'll take you on their path to find the medication. And so they walk down this hallway to go towards the main pharmacy, and they have to buzz in and walk through. In this area over here is where we make our trays, so like our MSET cart trays, as well as our NICU transport trays. And then this is just like kind of a quick view of the main pharmacy. There's just people working. And then they walk over to the IV room over here. And this is where they would find any IV meds that were recently pushed out of the IV room. And then I'll pull up the next video. And then to turn around, they would go back to either where they're sitting or walk over to the tube station, which is going to come up on the left down over here. And that's where they'll tube medications up to the floor. And so the reason I just wanted to show all of you guys this tour is because when our pharmacists get calls down in main pharmacy, it is a lot for them to get up and step away from the medication queue where they're verifying orders to go look for something. And so with that, there is a way for nurses to check the status of medications before calling down to pharmacy. And I just have a little quick PowerPoint on how to look that up. And yeah, sorry, my computer is spazzing out a little bit. 1 second. Okay, so when you're looking for a medication, you could head over to the MAR, and if you select the medication name, it'll open up a order detail report that looks like this. And if you scroll down to go down to pharmacy actions and click dispense, it'll, in this little box right here, it'll show you the action summary, and it'll give you the dispense tracking events. So it'll say like the status of if it's been prepared. So if it's prepared, that means the technicians in the IV room finish the preparation and they're waiting for the pharmacist to check the medication. And then the pharmacist scans the medication when they check it. And then when they tube the medications, they also scan the meds so that before they send it up to the floors. And so you could use this before calling down to pharmacy to see if it's been like started being made or if it's already on its way up to the NICU. And that's for an IV medication. For a non-IV medication, you go through the same steps by clicking the dispense under pharmacy actions, and it only will show you if it's been scanned as sent via like the tube system. And yep, if you have any troubles like accessing that information, you are welcome to call either me or my partner Stacy, who's also up here in the NICU with me. Those are our Spectra extensions. And then for any questions, either after like 4 o'clock when Stacy and I aren't here anymore, you could call down to our pediatric pharmacists, and then the main pharmacy extension is there too. With that, I'll take any questions.
Any questions? We just really, Diana did a wonderful presentation for UBC like a couple months ago, and I think it brought a lot of light to what a lot of our bedside nurses didn't know goes into how big the pharmacy is, but also the process of checking the status, and that you guys can do that on your end. And we are able to record too, so we can share and have this on like our orientation education in our teams page, so you guys can go back and reference. Thanks, Diana. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.